Hi, this is Greg Tem with Extreme Musky Lures. Wanted to do a quick video tutorial of some of my baits. Last year I went to Dunlop's Lodge on the main lodge at Lake Waskiaowaka. Gave some of my lures to Jerry and some of the guides, and Jerry was pretty impressed with the lure construction, um, the durability, etc. And so I'm happy to announce that Jerry's going to have some of my baits for sale in the lodge this year. So I thought I would go through kind of the baits that I sent Jerry, talk a little bit about each one of them. And certainly after this, you can always reach out to me with any questions. And I hope you guys have a great trip up there this year. So I'm going to start out with the small baits and kind of work up to the bigger baits. The first bait is the Extreme Mini. It's a square lip. Awesome bait, will catch anything from crappies all the way up to muskies. The biggest muskie on this has been 49 3/4 inches in Ohio. All of my crankbaits are through wire constructed. They've got 2 coats of epoxy, 4X strong hooks, and they got a rattle in there. So this bait will run about 4 feet on a cast. And if you use the right leader with these smaller baits, you can twitch them and they'll actually suspend. Really deadly on maybe neutral fish or negative fish, and that slow pause will trigger some fish. So that's the Mini. The next bait is a new bait I came out with this year. This is the Shallow Shad. This is another square lip bait, but it's only going to run about 3 feet on a cast. Again, 2 coats of epoxy, 4X strong hooks, but this one can be straight retrieved, trolled, casted, twitched, again with say a 12-inch leader that's 60 to 80 pound test. You'll be able to twitch this and actually allow it to suspend. Don't let the size of these baits fool you. They are very, very durable. They're built for muskies, and they're going to do great on pike. Let's move to the walking shad line. This is a 3-inch walking shad. This bait is going to run about 5 foot on a cast. This has got a wider wobble, a little bit harder thump to it, and it does have a wandering action when casted or trolled, meaning when it's running, it'll kick out a little bit, come back. Very, very good bait. Caught lots of muskies in Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, West Virginia, Michigan. That's a great bait there. The next one, I think I sent a few of the 4-inch walking shads, and this is probably my best trolling bait. It's caught multiple 50-inch muskies in several states. Round lip, again, kind of like the 3-inch walking shad. You'll get about 5 feet on a cast. Again, it's got a nice wandering action back and forth. Again, awesome bait. The next one is the Mini XL. This one I actually gave to Jerry last year, and he tried it and he came back the next day and he was very, very impressed with it. It looks kind of like a perch, round lip, harder thump. You can cast these over the emerging weeds or on deeper weed lines. You know, this is going to get down 5 to 6 feet on a cast. Again, awesome bait, trolling, casting, or twitching. That's the Mini XL. The next one is, this is my Twitch minnow. The length of the body is about 6 inches. It's weighted for a very, very slow rise, almost neutral buoyancy. So in the springtime, what you're going to want to do is cast this and use very short twitches and pauses. Now, if the fish are really active, you can work it much faster. It'll kind of dart off a little bit to the side. You can pause it. You can keep twitching it. But you can twitch these down to about 5 or 6 feet. So this one will be a really good. It's got oversized eyes as well. So that's the 6-inch Twitch minnow. I sent a few of my extreme gliders. This is a 6-inch body with the tail. It's about 9 inches. If you're familiar with bass lures like the Zara Spooks, what this is going to do when you cast it it's going to kind of shimmy on the way down, and then if you just give it short twitches, it will actually walk the dog and hang. Pauses, awesome. It will definitely trigger strikes, and you can work these faster as well. But these are going to work really well earlier in the spring when that water's a little colder, something a little bit slower presentation. But these things have been awesome. And then the last one is the 8-inch glider. And this one's about 6 ounces. Going to be kind of the similar action. It's going to be a little bit wider glide, a little bit longer hang. This has got 5X or 5/0 4X strong hooks on it. Very oversized eyes, 20 millimeter. And then obviously that tail gives it a nice, just action, that triggering action, especially when those pike are not as active. But that's the lineup. One thing I will say, please feel free to reach out to me anytime on your trip. If you've got questions, I'll be glad to help you. Jerry will have a nice supply of these. And I will actually be there the 3rd week of June this year. The pike fishing was awesome. If you're thinking about a trip to Dunlop's, I can tell you I've been the Northwest Territories, I've been to Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba, several different places. Jerry runs an awesome lodge. Everything is there, it works. The food is tremendous, the fishing is great. The day after I left last year, one of the folks that was in camp, she got a 50 1/4 inch pike. And so there are giants there. And I'm looking forward to my second trip up to Dunlop's the last week of June. So feel free, any questions, reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Facebook. It's Greg Tem, T-H-E-M, or you can reach me at Extreme Musky Lures. Thanks a lot, and best of luck.